Jackson Radio Show.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. Kevin Jackson here. I want to call this our Stupid Stuff segment. And there's no, well, quite frankly, most of what we talk about is stupid stuff. This is a show about stupid stuff. Now, let me explain. We talk about leftism. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. You can be a Republican or a Democrat. I know leftism no matter what label you want to put on it. So it's stupid stuff because we talk about leftism. A lot of people think this is a biased show. This show is not biased. It's biased to the truth, if that's what you're talking about. But in terms of its content, it's not. I don't have a thing where you say, Kevin, you have no sympathy on immigration. Sure I do. But I'm going to look at it pragmatically. You have no sympathy when it comes to Muslims. Absolutely I do. But I'm not going to overlook that they're the biggest killers on the planet. Maybe, fighting it out between, minority black kids, teenage black kids in America. But they're all bad. I'm just saying, whether you tell me about jihadists or you tell me about these crazy kids that'll might as well kill you, they don't care about your life in the hood or MS-13 gang members. What exactly do you want me to say good about these people? I'm not going to. Oh man, that makes you racist and xenophobic and homophobic and Islamophobic and all that. I don't care. Make my middle name phobic for all I care. I don't give a crap what people think about it because they're the ideologues. All Muslims aren't bad. I didn't say that. Didn't say it at all. Know some that I think are pretty good, but here's what I'll tell you. If you can't speak out against the bad of what your religion does, then shame on you. I could. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but if there were issues revolving around my non-denominational church doing bad things or whatever, I would call it out, and if necessary, I'd leave it. It's that simple. So I don't look at this as a show where we, have a side. I really don't. I encourage anybody, call the show 844-551-8255, 844-551-8255. If you can wage a debate with me, I will be completely respectful. I'll challenge you. You may feel a little bit uncomfortable in my challenging of you, but I won't be disrespectful. It may appear a bit sarcastic, but that's how the truth can be sometimes. But I want to debate anybody, and I'll tell you, I'll be respectful. And if you feel like I'm being sarcastic, you can say, Kevin, it sounds a bit sarcastic. But here's what I'm trying to say. And I'll say, well, I wasn't meaning to be sarcastic. Or you know what? I really was being sarcastic because I think that what you just said was not very smart. And we'll continue the debate. But I don't have any type of ideology except to get to the truth. And by the way, if you happen to do this, it ain't going to happen. But if you happen to debate me and you win the debate, I will gladly side with you afterwards. That's how easy it is. So contact the show. I promise you I will get you on. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about was some of the crazy things that are happening. Right now, they are looking to pass a law on those laundry detergent squeezy, little pellets. They're wanting to pass a law on this because teenage kids are taking the laundry pellet test or something. Have you seen this? Yeah. Let me see what they got. This was a tweet. Millennials are now doing the hot coil challenge where they burn themselves with stovetops. And I promise you, the moment I saw that, because they were doing the challenge to eat these stupid Tide Pods. And I thought, when I heard about all these different challenges, the cinnamon challenge and whatever else, things that could kill you, eating these ghost peppers. And I thought to myself, when would they do the hammer to the crotch or the hammer to the head challenge? Crazy kids. So anyway, they are doing that. And but it got me thinking about the lawmakers now want to pass a law to stop Tide for making those little pods so attractive. Like, maybe if they made them all black, then people wouldn't want to eat it. I don't know what I've seen them green. I've seen them swirls, like orange and blue with white swirls. But really, that's your answer. Punish Tide. Tide's already put money in R&D, and they've come to market with this, and now they're going, no, we're going to legislate against the stupidity of the public. Where do they come up with this stuff? I guess it's the same people that spent $300,000 on in-home semen test. They pay me $20 for their samples as part of a study in hoping to fight infertility. Boston University is conducting this, quote, feasibility of an in-home semen testing project. They say the prevalence of impaired fecundity has been increasing over the last decade, and few modifiable risk factors for infertility have been have been identified. So they got a grant. They say male factor contributes to 50% of all infertility. So it's good news for the ladies. It isn't just them, it's us and them. And I'm actually happy about this because I don't want the ladies feeling guilty. I saw a thing just the other day. It said of the Westminster Dog, the Kennel Show. I think that's what it's called, Westminster. They said male dogs win it twice as much as female dogs. And I thought to myself, wow, even in the dog kingdom, the animal kingdom of dogs, whatever, I don't know if it's genus or whatever after animal, because I didn't study that hard in that part of science. But even in that part of the animal stuff, males dominate. Look at how pervasive it is. What do you think it is? Do you think that the judges are so male-centric? Because a lot of the people that judge these contests are females. But two times, double the amount of the time, they will pick the male dog. A male dog will win the whole thing, not the female dog. Something to be said for having external naughty bits. I can only presume because what other reason? Maybe it's a little bigger, but when we're talking about size, it isn't always the biggest dog that wins. The Mastiff doesn't always win. The Great Pyrenees doesn't always win. The St. Bernard doesn't always win. The Great Dane doesn't always win. The German Shepherd, sometimes it's a little poodle or Shih Tzu or Dachshund or whatever, right? So it isn't size. Anyway, back to the semen test. They said that they want to broaden the pool of semen testing, which they said normally only takes place in fertility centers, thereby limiting generalizability. The enrollment of large numbers of men from general population prior to conception represents a unique opportunity to assess the feasibility. I know there's some fellas out there right now saying, you know what, I'll take my $20. One other point, it's kind of sexist because you can't really test the women on their 50% at home. So all the guys are going to be the ones feasting on this one.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.